2205 edition, so a little bit more meaty motors on this one, and an SP3 board. So no receiver comes with this one, and I've got a big Mcron DSM2 receiver in here, tucked away inside there. And the other difference is the VTX. The other one had a right angled adapter on it. This one's actually got a right angled jack coming directly, soldered off the VTX itself. So it looks a bit more solid, to be honest. We'll see. Take the blue tack off my buzzer. Okay, first thing I noticed are those lights. They're the right way around on this one, for a change. Red on the back, green on the front, but they're 5 volt. The ones on the 2204 Wizard that I got are 12 volts, and they're a lot brighter. These really aren't that bright. And you can still see them, but they're just not vivid. Now, recently I've been flying all my Betaflight quads with Super Expo, but I didn't really like it on yaw, so I've just been taking it off yaw and then using it on the cyclic. But I think I'm going back to getting rid of Super Expo completely. Now it's cold today, so it's a little hard to tell, but to me, the 2205 Wizard does not feel as fast as the 2204. It should have a lot more torque, but I'm wondering if the 20 amp ESCs are actually limiting the hungrier motors. I mean, it's not bad. It just doesn't seem as perfectly matched to the tri-blades as the 2204 did. I've been really impressed with the 2204 Wizard. So I think what I'm going to do is do some little punch outs side by sides with these two and see what the score is, because it's hard to tell with different lipos and different temperatures and what have you, but today I've got same lipos on the same day, and I bound this one to my Walkera 8S, so I can use both of them at the same time. It's certainly still a fantastic quad, but it doesn't feel quite as violently powerful as the other one. Okie dokie. Okay. Respectable, just not violent. Now I've got a graphene 65C 1300 milliamp hour in both of these. Now even though the low throttle is the same on these, the 2204 one feels way lower. Whoa. Not sure what happened there. Got a little fritz out of it. Okay, I'd forgotten I got this setting up for 3D mode. That fritz was me setting it into 3D mode. I got the channel slightly different. Blaming the wizard for that, eh? Okay, let's carry on. I mean, it sounds higher pitched. We're bent the prop pretty bad there. Now running them side by side here, it maybe doesn't feel like it's got quite as much torque when you're stomping down as the 25, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the cold days, because when I originally flew the 2204, it seemed very more violent. Okay, RX, but I think my receiver power's gone on this, so I think my receiver cable was just coming out or something. So maybe I was wrong about the power and it's just cold days for these lipos. That prop's had a hard life, bless it. So remember I've got this set up now. Okay. Okay, so I'm prepared to admit that I was probably wrong on that one, but it's not groundbreaking difference really. Certainly with the stock props anyway, it's probably a different story with more aggressive props. Okay, next thing to do is try the FPV out with that 3.6mm lens, see if I like that a little bit better, and then set this baby up for 3D and see if the switching is any better than this one, and pop some 3D blades on them as well. So still a little bit of playing to go around with these two, but I'm willing to admit I was probably wrong about the motors. It's just not flying them both together, flying them on different lipos, and flying in the bloody cold weather as well. More soon. Alright, now I've got the same settings I had in the 2204, global settings, 3D, everything, rates, the lot, in the 2205 Wizard now. I was going to bring them both out for a side-by-side comparison again, but I got some smoke out of one of the back right motors on the 2204 on the bench. Now, last time I was flying, the receiver voltage went down, which you'll see earlier on this video. But it will climb back up, so I think something's come off and shorted, or the PDB's having an issue or something, but my back right motor was too hot to touch last night after running for 5 minutes. Just like blisteringly hot, so that might actually need changing. The ESCs seem okay, so I need to take that apart and have a good gander inside, but I'm happy that the speed isn't ginormously more on this. It's definitely more on the 2205, a bit more torque, a little bit more speed. But the reversing on the bench seemed a little bit cleaner, and I think that's due to the more torque. I changed this lens out. We've now got a 3.6mm lens on here instead of the 2.8 I believe it was, but I think it was less than 90 degrees, which for me was alright for racing gates, but I just did not feel at ease flying FPV like that. I needed just a bit more width, especially when I'm used to sort of 150, 170 on the little micro quads. So this is I think it's 350 lens, £3 lens from Surveil Zone. We'll give it a go. Okay. Yeah, the same settings as the 24. It does fly very similar, very nice. So I guess I was getting more used to that Super Expo than I thought. So I still don't like it on the tail, on the rudder. Or certainly not much of it. Like a really small amount, if anything, just so you can have high rates. But anything past about 5% of the stick feels just like normal yaw to me. I like that. Cyclic, it looks like I'm actually liking a little bit on cyclic now, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's flying stellar. Just as good as the other one. Just a little bit more pop. Let's see if 3D's any better. Wow. Okay. I've been playing around with the midpoint on the 3D quads recently on Betaflight, so I wasn't really happy with it. It didn't seem even both ways. Not the power both ways, just the switching wasn't as smooth both ways. Now I've been manually calibrating the ESCs, 1000, 1500, 2000. And then doing the same in Betaflight as well. But I believe 3D mode kind of ignores a manual calibration to some point, or my understanding of it is not right. Because if I put the center point off ever so slightly, I get even. So I think what Betaflight wants your ESCs to be at isn't after you do a manual calibration. However, the manual calibration puts it out unsymmetrically. So you have to then calibrate the center off separately. But that's working great now. Okay, so the next video with this Wizard is going to be full 3D setup with 3D props. Now I know that that's working ultra sweet. It also means the setup video for the Grasshopper 3D and the P200 3D will be coming up real soon.